Well, we're back for another broadcast. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the conversation. Big things happening in the altcoin space. I promise today we're not going to be talking about the Bitcoin ETF, except to say we're not going to talk about the damn Bitcoin ETF. Today is all about our ka-ching coins, the altcoin space. Taking a look at Ethereum, taking a look at some of the big things happening overall in the altcoin space, taking a look at some of the recent big announcements, taking a look at some of the meme coin degeneracy that has been going on in the altcoin space recently. And I've got some big airdrops that you might want to hear about. So make sure to stick around for about the middle of this video, I suppose, approximately, where we'll be discussing those. And of course, stick around to the second half of the video, as always, where we are going to answer your questions. So let's go ahead and hop into it. First off, by I think talking about the price of Ethereum. I'm not going to spend too much time on these particular charts, but I did want to have a quick just check in on the Ethereum charts here, see what is cracking. Of course, we had that MACD bullish crossover, which we discussed when it happened back here on the 9th of January. Ever since then, ETH has actually been doing pretty okay. I know we had our move up to 2,700 when the Bitcoin ETF thing was happening. So that was very, very exciting. Of course, price has been holding up relatively well. It's quite actually interesting to see the strength of Ethereum right now versus Bitcoin. And look, always expect volatility in these markets. That is one thing that is 100% true basically all the damn time is crypto's volatile, and we see huge whiplashes up and crashes down, and it's wild, man. So stay frosty. But ETH has really been holding up, and I think we're going to start seeing a lot of that excitement building as we move towards, of course, an Ethereum ETF and the reality around an Ethereum ETF and what that means for the cryptocurrency markets, because that'll be, yeah, okay, Bitcoin got a Bitcoin ETF. I said I wouldn't talk about it again, but we got it anyway. Very exciting to see that. That means an Ethereum ETF is almost certainly coming. Now, of course, a lot of people are already saying, well, they're never going to do it. Ethereum, blah, 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 this, that, and the other thing. It's coming, guys. BlackRock wants it. They're going to get it. Keep that in mind. BlackRock wants it. They're going to get it. And the same reasonings that were used by the courts to basically slap down the SEC and say you have absolutely no reason not to approve this ETF product for Bitcoin are the exact same reasons why we're going to get an ETF product for Ethereum and potentially for XRP, because XRP has won their court case as well. Other stuff, we might have to wait a bit longer. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I wouldn't be surprised to see an XRP ETF either, to be honest. We'll see. Pretty crazy if you have an XRP ETF. And of course, there's rumors that Ripple, the company, is going to go public. So you can have both, exposure to both. If you're an XRP head, you can get Ripple stocks and have the XRP ETFs. Winning, I guess. All the best of all the worlds you want. Okay, anyway, interesting thoughts there. Nice to see ETH holding up generally pretty well in the markets right now. I want to share this with you as well. This is from Mickey Bull Crypto. So, altcoin market cap has finally crossed over the Gaussian channel indicator. Now, the last time it did this, alt season followed. So we had, of course, back in early 2016, massive altcoin bull run. Back in 2020, this crossed over again, massive altcoin bull run. Now, it could always be a fake out, but it looks like at the moment like a pretty strong indicator forming up. We did have a little peak over those tops back for reference back in 2019 and early 2020 before markets turned over. But we have a bit more strength built into this particular crossover right now. So that's positive to see, if you ask me. So not bad. I'll take it. And we've seen a lot of other indicators like this one. So this is the only thing that's saying that. No, we've seen lots of different things like the monthly MACD on the total market cap of cryptocurrencies, as well as the total too, which is all cryptocurrencies excluding Bitcoin. We're seeing those cross over into bull territory after these massive moves down. They're starting to finally trend back up. So it actually makes you think. I know things have been crazy recently. It's been a pretty crazy 6 months in the cryptocurrency market. It's actually been a pretty crazy year. Who are we kidding, man? This time last year, AI coins were kicking off. And then February last year, Pepe coin came out of nowhere and went to hundreds of millions of dollars. And there's been all kinds of narratives, all kinds of ways to make money in the cryptocurrency market over the last year. And that was fun. But what we're seeing right now, this is that potential very big, epic shift in momentum. Doesn't happen overnight. Now, if we look again back at those examples, back in 2016, it took us like 18 months, even a bit longer, almost 2 years really, to see the altcoin market top out. Back in 2020, it took about 18 months, 16 months, something like that. Now, we had a first top about 10 months and a second top at about 16 months. So lots of opportunities there to make money too. So this stuff doesn't happen overnight. Remember, Bitcoin halvings in 3 months. That's very exciting. That's very, very exciting, right? And that means that we've got all these big narratives coming, this year. Lots of crazy stuff happening that can keep trucking money into the cryptocurrency markets. So not fading crypto this year. No way, no sirree, Bob. Hey, real quick, before we get into the rest of the crypto news here, if you're not signed to Wealth Master newsletter yet, you got to get it checked out. Best damn newsletter in crypto. I know I keep saying it, but it's true. It's free. You can check it out. Join our over 100,000 weekly readers. Start getting alpha delivered straight to your inbox. Look, we try to cover a lot of stuff here on the channel. We try to cover a lot of stuff here over on X. There's a lot going on in the crypto markets, and the newsletter really gives you all the info you need, all the latest news, hottest airdrops, DeFi tutorials, technical analysis on lots of altcoins, and much, much more. So check it out. It's free. Get amongst the guys. Okay, so I want to share this because, man, this blows my mind. I want one of these already, and they're like in their baby steps of even becoming a reality. This is Tesla's Optimus robot folding a shirt. I know it seems basic, right? But in a year's time, went from looking like pretty ridiculous. Yeah, it walked. It was a robot that walked. Now it's like, oh man, it's like doing stuff. Now just imagine in 2 years' time where this robot's going to be. Imagine in 5 years' time. By 2030, hear me now, quote me later. By 2030, I am going to have a domestic Tesla robot that does my laundry. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. All right. Fantastic. I just thought that was really cool. Tesla, man. What a crazy company. I know it's like, oh, there's the car manufacturer. No, they're a software and technology company that also makes cars. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff, man. I love it. That's really cool. Would you buy a Tesla Optimus robot? I mean, I'm down for one, but let me know what you think. Curious to hear your thoughts. Gary Cardone sharing this, and it's very true. I've seen this kind of trending a bit on social media today, which is that for Vanguard, this is their Budweiser moment. You guys remember that what happened with Bud Light, and they hired some dude to be their representative, and a massive backlash from everybody who is like the core Budweiser people versus their advertising campaign. And as Gary Cardone's pointing out here, maybe this is that moment for Vanguard, because, man, a lot of people will have left their accounts. Now, look, not everybody. Sure, man. Sure, not everybody left. There's going to be plenty of people who are just never going to leave Vanguard because that's where I do my whatever, right? But a lot of people will. Now, how many people was it? 0.1% of their customers. How many over time will do that? Who knows? It's easy to say, oh, Vanguard's done for. It's over. No, Vanguard's not done for. Vanguard's not going anywhere because they're freaking Vanguard. But still, it's definitely a very mid-curve play by them when all these other organizations are saying, hey, the future of finance, everybody wants Bitcoin ETFs. Everybody's going to want Ethereum ETFs and Dogecoin ETFs and all this crap. Why don't we sell it to them and make a bunch of money off of it? Whereas Vanguard's going, no, actually, this is not very safe. Or go and buy some banking stocks instead, okay, guys? You want to buy some banking stocks, go down by 99%? We got those for you. You want to buy Bitcoin that goes up exponentially over time? No, sorry, no, can't do. Can't buy that here. It's too risky. Okay, Vanguard. Good one, guys. Here's from Meta Law Man. Meta Law Man. It says SEC versus Coinbase update. The hearing on Coinbase's motion for judgment on the pleadings will be held on Wednesday, January 17th. There are 4 possible outcomes of potential permutations for each. So option 1, judge denies Coinbase motion. It's low bar for the SEC. To win, all the SEC has to show is that they have alleged facts making their claim plausible. Option 2, the judge grants Coinbase's motion with prejudice, meaning the entire case is dismissed. That would be a huge win for crypto. Huge win for crypto. Option 3, judge grants motion without prejudice. SEC gets a chance to amend the complaint to cure deficiencies cited by the judge. things would continue essentially. Option 4, judge grants motion with respect to the claims relating to the 13 crypto tokens, but denies with respect to the staking service. So kind of get a bit of everything there. So look, here's the deal. The SEC has been slapped down multiple times in court. Their case against Coinbase is total BS. Total BS. And it's probably not going to hold up in court. From everything I've read about the case, I'm no legal expert by any means, right? But from what I've read in the case, they're going to be losing the case, most likely. Will that be thrown out on the 17th? If it does, watch out, because that's a really good sign for the cryptocurrency markets. We'll keep an eye on that. Okay, where are we up to next? Now, this is interesting. This is shared from the Moonwalker. He said, first, Solana is a beast. Not possible to deny at this point. But he said, why is nobody talking about Hedera Hashgraph? So real-time transactions per second, Solana 700, max recorded 1,271, Hedera Hashgraph 1,206, max recorded 3,287. Now compare, of course, with some of our favorite coins like Ethereum 13.6, max recorded 62.34. Okay. Wild stuff. Bitcoin 6.1, max recorded 10.9. I mean, this gives you an idea of the comparison here, right? Now, look, I don't spend much time thinking about or talking about Hashgraph by any means, and I don't know if that's going to change, man. There's only so many coins you can talk about in the universe. Holy cow, there's so much going on in crypto, man. It's like drinking from the fire hose every single freaking day, nonstop. It's wild. Now that being said, we're bringing up Hedera because they actually just approved a $408 million of, well, HBAR. Depends on the price HBAR, right? If HBAR drops by 90%, that's only $40 million, but you get the idea. Almost a $500 million ecosystem growth fund. All right, man. All I see you. I see you there, Hedera. What's up? You got some airdrops from your farm yet, buddy? Let's go. Oh, okay. It's interesting, actually. That's very, very interesting. Look, it's one that I have not had time to pay attention to because I realistically just not have time to pay attention to it. But this growth fund of $400 million, I mean, that's a big deal. These growth funds, man, there's so many giant growth funds out there. They're just going to have so much money sloshing around these ecosystems. People just reach out and grab basically hot new beta plays, huge incentives, all the rest of it. So watch out, guys. Ethereum layer 2s continuing to rock. DeFi investor pointing out that Ethereum layer 2s hit a new all-time high in TVL almost every day. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Ethereum layer 2, of course, is the place to be these days. If you're hanging out and anything related to Ethereum, it's on layer 2, man. You want to get on ZK Sync, you want to get on Linea, you want to get on Scroll, or wherever the heck else you want to go and have your good times at. Look, I know there's fun things happening on Injective, and there's fun things happening over on Solana, and I'm hanging out over there sometimes too. But my main place to party, man, it's Ethereum layer 2 these days, without a doubt. And actually, we got a big airdrop coming here very, very soon. And that's for Manta Network, which is, of course, a big Ethereum layer 2, right? So, new paradigm deposits and rewards end January 16th at 1 a.m. UTC. Okay, cool stuff. So that means no more deposits and the airdrop is coming. In fact, we are getting, it's the wrong one. It's the wrong slide. In fact, we're getting a Binance launch token pad thing coming up as well. So that's happening. It's going to be listing on Binance basically straight away, which is a big deal. So I hope that you guys got in. You were farming that airdrop with me, checking it out. It's going to be a big one, in my opinion. So that's coming. Also, other airdrops. We'll do some airdrop news here. Some other airdrops. Jupiter Exchange on Solana. Looks like the airdrop is potentially coming at the end of the month. And you might even be getting a meme coin with that. So watch out for that. So if you've been trading on Jupiter, keep your eyes out for that potential airdrop coming up, okay? Now, a few others that I'm actually going to have links for in the description. You can go ahead and check out if you want. The first is actually called Kilo X. So this is actually, Manta's coming out, right? Manta's going to be really big. Everyone's very excited about Manta and what's going on with Manta, and it's using Celestia and all this sort of stuff. And they have got an ecosystem already growing, right? Their mainnet's live, which is the exciting thing about those guys. So their mainnet's live, it's here, it's happening, and you can actually go and start farming airdrops over there. Beyond the main Manta airdrop, one of those is KiloX. So this is a perpetual swaps exchange. It's actually also on OpBNB, which is like the Binance Smart Chain Layer 2. Anyway, long story short, use the link down below. You can get a 15% rebate on your fees there, and you can start farming this airdrop. So basically, there's two ways to do it. One is that you can go and deposit stable coins in the earn feature and start earning that way. Or you can, of course, just go and do trades and also be eligible from that perspective. So that's one. That's one big airdrop. This one is super new. Almost no one's talking about it yet. They just announced today. So this is Burnt Finance with the Zion token. Basically, so what this is a generalized abstraction layer 1. Ooh, let me translate for you. Basically, this is a layer 1 blockchain that takes away all the bullshit of blockchains so that, for example, big investor in them is Circle. Now, how is that useful? What does that do there? Well, basically, imagine you want to build a financial app that allows you to transfer stablecoins anywhere in the world without people actually knowing that they're using a blockchain or even that they're really using stablecoins. This makes it possible with account abstraction. Pretty cool stuff. Now, they've got a test net going on. It's an incentivized test net. There's a link in the description. You'll need a link to get signed up. So check out the link. You can get signed up, get on for that incentivized test net, and get yourself in line potentially for a sweet airdrop. Okay. Next is GRVT. So they've actually got a ZK Sync mystery box coming up here. So that's pretty exciting. Now, GRVT, this is a ZK Sync hybrid exchange, 600,000 transactions per second. It's a big deal, right? So they're coming up. Very exciting. People are getting very excited about them in the marketplace. So if you want to get in line to get your ZK Sync mystery box, then check it out down below. Again, there's a link for that where you can start checking out that particular airdrop. Okay, so those are referral links, by the way. Thank you very much for using them if you want to get involved in those airdrops and get that checked out. So now let's open up for a few quick minutes of questions and we'll finish up this conversation here. So what do you guys want to talk about today? What are the questions on your mind? Monad asks Sue, I keep seeing people talk about Monad. I have not had a chance to really look into it yet. So many new coins, so many new networks. It's actually insane right now. Like, it's keeping sanity is a bit hard, right? Yeah. Be careful. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on out there, guys. A lot of crazy, not saying be careful about Monad. I'm just saying a lot of crazy stuff going on out there. Now, Monad, from the very little I've read about it, seems like a pretty promising future project. So if the airdrop's already out there for that, hey, check it out. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it enough. It's hard to keep up to date with what's going on in the crypto space, especially right now with the bull market heating back up and so many new projects launching and so many new chains, and like, it's crazy, man. So I feel it, guys. I'm sure you do too. Like, every time you log into social media, it's like, there's 10 new airdrops to farm. Crap. No, I don't want to farm any more new airdrops. It's getting pretty crazy out there for sure. Okay, where are we up to now? Gotham.east says, what are your thoughts on Rose? Look, I've got a big bag of Rose. Obviously, as always, full portfolio disclosures down below in the description. Keep that in mind. That's one thing. I like Rose. I think it's tapping into some pretty hot narratives, whether it be privacy on layer 1 or, the AI kind of stuff. Dawn Song, who's the key developer behind it, she's an OG and like computer science overall. So look, pretty interesting, right? Pretty interesting what they're doing. I think it's got potential. Obviously, competition's bigger than it has ever been in the cryptocurrency space right now. We've got so many layer 1s. We have so much layer 2 stuff happening. It's totally crazy, but I've got a big bag. I think it's going to go up in price. How high it goes, I don't know. I'd love to see it at $1. Anything beyond that's just the cherry on top, I suppose. Where are we up to next? Oh, where's that question? Butch says, I wish I understood airdrops, NFTs, etc. Look, Butch, if you're new around here or even been around a couple years, man, like there's a huge learning curve in getting all this stuff like figured out in your brain, man. Don't worry, don't rush. It takes time. There's always new opportunities to find in this market. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Look, if you want to start farming airdrops, I'm going to make a video pretty soon on how to do that step by step. That's one thing. But if you want to start looking at things before that, usually a lot of these airdrops will give like step by step guides. Not always. Some of them are a little more secretive about how you might get their airdrop, or at least on social media, you'll see lots of guides shared about how to get airdrops. Obviously, watch out for things that seem too good to be true, phishing links, stuff like this. But try to find legitimate accounts, people who are verified and are regularly sharing this kind of information. And you might find some pretty good guides on how to get yourself into any airdrops. NFTs, digital ownership, man. Digital ownership of, think about this, baseball cards or Magic the Gathering cards, but on the blockchain with verifiable scarcity, and they never get old. They never get crinkled or burnt in a fire, any of that kind of stuff. They're just on the blockchain immutably forever. Now, that has morphed into all kinds of wild craziness with gosh knows what going on when it comes down to it, man. There's been so much wild stuff happening in the NFT space. So there's that too. But the technology is really cool, even if the speculation on it's been pretty wild at times. So that's worth keeping in mind. Okay. Amini says, Lark, what up? VANR, which is used to be TVK. Yeah, it was a coin that I was very bullish on back in the day, and I think they've kind of really reinvented themselves. You actually have seen a few coins do over time. Their initial idea doesn't work out, and through the bear market, they reinvent themselves. And this is what happened with them. Look, I haven't really kept up with them to see what they're doing recently, but I have seen people talking about it, and I'm hoping that they do really well for anybody who's holding that token. It's one we made money on back in the day. Lots of fond memories of Terra Virtua, now, of course, VANR. So I'm wishing them the best, and that anybody who's investing in them to do very well as well. Starknet's going to be huge, man. Starknet is going to be big. We all know Starknet's going to be big. It's definitely one to watch out for without a doubt. Now, it seems as though the snapshot for the airdrop's probably already been done. Keep that in mind. Maybe not, but it seems like it from everything we've seen leaked out. But there's still opportunities for the beta plays, the exchanges and different stuff like this on Starknet. But I think when Starknet comes out, it'll be a pretty hyped coin. So definitely worth keeping an eye out for. Okay, one or two more, and then we will finish up for today. Pew Pew Poom 2. I'm pumped for the Jupiter token release. They always go down after launch, right? So when's the best time to buy? Days, weeks? Look, it's not an exact science. I want to tell you that. And it's not financial advice. It's different every time. This might be the token that just lists and just goes straight up forever, right? Generally, when you have a big airdrop, what happens is that the price gets suppressed for a week to 2 weeks. Celestia, go look at the Celestia charts and you'll see what I'm talking about. Celestia came out, initial pump, came down a little bit, stayed around $2.50, something like that, for about 10 days, 2 weeks, thereabouts. It's not always going to play out like this. Some coins will behave differently. Some coins will just dump forever. Some coins will pump forever. But I see this as a general sort of pattern we see with airdrop coins where we have an initial first day pump, things cool off. You might have a week or two to accumulate for the good ones before they go higher. The good ones before they go, hopefully, higher in a bull market. Always, of course. Keep in mind, lots of risk. You can lose all your money. Okay. Texas Twister says, who would want something on the blockchain? I have real physical cards you can hold. It's nice to have tactile things, without a doubt. But it's also nice to have things on the blockchain because we do spend so much of our lives in the digital realm. Why not have some of your art or whatever it is, maybe a unique profile picture from artists that you really like, or maybe you're playing a game online that you really like. You want to have unique NFT game items or whatever it might be that you verifiably have the one sword, for example, or the one card in that game. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool if you ask me. Okay. Large loins. What up, dude? Heard about you. Heard you got big shoes. Anyway, how happy would you be if you're still a crypto content creator in 2030? I like what I do, to be honest. And I've gone back and forth. Wow, should I just, pack it all up and walk away after the next bull run? I don't know. I quite enjoy making content. I enjoy making videos. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy getting to be in the industry that I'm in. Maybe I'll just do less over time. But yeah, I would like to keep making content. It's fun. It's interesting. Anyway, guys, we're going to finish up there for today. This has been a great conversation. I hope you enjoyed the alpha in the conversation. I hope you enjoyed the Q&A session, and I will see you in the next video.